Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. This video is about burnout. So what happens when somebody is in burnout and what can you do against someone that is in burnout? So I've put Ryu's stocks down to nothing, and if I cause him to block when he's got barely anything left in terms of drive, it puts him in burnout state, and you can recognize that from the animation. He goes into like a more defensive stance, like a grey sort of sheen to the character. You can identify quite quickly and easily they're in burnout, but you can see it by the bars as well. The bar says empty and it's just a line rather than like blocks. And during this time, the opponent or the person in burnout has to defend until that bar's full. Once that bar's full, they'll regain their drive stocks. The amount they gain does change. If you walk forward, for example, the bar increases the rate of regain. So being active and offensive in burnout actually grants you more bar. So what happens? So if you look at Ken's frame data, if I do crouch medium punch, it's 0 on block, as you can see. If I put Ryu into burnout now, I do the same button. Now it becomes +4. So every move specifically on block has more frame advantage. Let's use a different button. Let's use, I don't know, crouch jab. +3 now. So with our quick math, that will be -1 normally. So there's a 4 frame difference in terms of frame data when someone's in burnout. So somebody in burnout, it's quite bad. That's actually very scary. The fact that everything you block will have 4 frames of advantage. So it puts you in frame traps. So as the attacker, you want to use and abuse this to frame trap the opponent. Some people don't care for it and just mash. So you want to exploit that. You want to frame trap. You want to use strings where you can frame trap the opponent. Another really important fact is what takes damage when. So Ryu's got stocks now of drive. If I attack Ryu with a normal, you can see his drive gauge goes down. His drive gauge takes damage. Same with specials, chips away at the drive gauge. What happens in burnout? So if I attack Ryu now, you can see normal attacks increase his drive gauge. It goes up even more, even quicker by blocking my normals. But what about if I do specials? You see his health. He took chip damage. His health bar took chip damage from specials. What does this mean? So this means that if he blocks a special and he's got no health whilst in burnout, you will die. You cannot block with no health. You can't block special moves. You cannot block special moves. You cannot block OD moves. You cannot block super. So you can use the burnout state to chip away at their health and actually chip kill them. They have to avoid special moves. Another characteristic of burnout is when they're in the corner, if you hit them with drive impact and they wall splat, the wall splat puts them into stun. Now this is mad different to other Street Fighter games. It's the only way to stun in Street Fighter 6, so it's very situational. They have to be in burnout, they have to be in the corner, and you have to drive impact them and wall splat them to get that situation. So this is where you get your traditional stun combos. So with that information, that tells you that when someone's in burnout, the most optimal use of burnout when you're the attacker would be to do a little bit of damage with specials, chip away at their health, rather than going for block strings. You may need to use block strings, normals, into specials to get that level of pressure. And you want to stun the opponent. Once they're in the corner, if you have the opportunity to stun, you kind of want to stun them at the end of that pressure. So think about it logically. You want to take a bit of health away through chip, and then you want to stun them later on in the burnout sequence. And that way you get more damage overall. In theory, that makes total sense, but in practice, it may not be as simple because people in burnout, and what I've noticed in Street Fighter 6 is they become very offensive. And I guess it's by design because you gain more from staying at the corner, from advancing on the opponent. Your bar goes up quicker, so it makes sense. Another note, another caveat as well is if you get a knockdown on someone that's in burnout, expect them to wake up with level 1 or level 3. You know, it's not a golden rule, but people don't want to be in the corner, and people don't want to hold the pressure when they're in burnout. They actually want to like get you off them. So if they have got level 1, level 3, potentially expect that. The logic behind that as well is because if someone's in burnout, they don't have any drive bar to do a drive reversal. So like I don't mean the mechanic drive reversal, I mean like an OD reversal move. So EXDP, ODDP, they cannot do that because they don't have drive stocks. So the only true reversal they have is through the super gauge. That's the video, guys. Any questions, any queries, give me a shout. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.